In this video, we're going to show you how to program your 98 Custom Platinum Series E-Trigger with the Easy Start programming menu. We're first going to start off by turning our board on. You have two holes that are in the front of the grip. Your top hole is your power button and the bottom hole is your LED light. So we'll go ahead, we'll turn the power on just by tapping the power button. Should light up orange and then go solid green. Once you have the solid green, you'll have a semi-automatic rate of fire, which is your default setting. And then just to quickly go through the firing modes, all you have to do is tap the power button and it'll flash twice. Go to mode 2, which is going to be your 3-shot ramping. Tap the power button again and you'll have your 3-shot full auto. Tap that power button one more time and you'll have your response trigger mode. This mode fires on the pull and release of the trigger. And then for your 5th firing mode, you'll have a turbo mode, which pretty much shoots similar to the response trigger mode. And that's your Easy Start programming menu. You have 5 firing modes. Your semi-automatic, your 3-shot ramping, 3-shot full auto, your response trigger mode, and your turbo mode. Now once you go to any one of those 5 modes, then you go to shut the board off. It will default back to your semi-automatic mode. And to turn off the board, all you have to do is push and hold the power button down. And I'll do that for you right now. Just push and hold that power button down. It should go from a solid green to a solid red. And you've shut your board off. And that is how to do the Easy Start programming on your TIPPMANN 98 Custom Platinum Series. In this video, we're going to show you how to change the default firing mode on your TIPPMANN 98 Custom Platinum Series. We're first going to start off by turning on our board. And while you're turning on your board, you're going to want to hold your trigger down. So you're going to hold the trigger, turn your circuit board on, and it will stay green for a second, and then it should go to a solid red. Solid red is your dwell setting. You're just going to cycle through the menu by pulling the trigger. Pull the trigger and it goes to a solid green, which is your debounce. Pull the trigger a 3rd time, it'll go to the flashing green, which is your rate of fire. Pull the trigger one more time and you will get a green and orange flashing back and forth. That is your firing menu. Now to change the default from semi-auto to whatever mode you wish, in this video I'm going to go with the 3-shot full auto. All you have to do is simply pull and hold the trigger down while on the flashing red and green. The light will shut off. You can let go of the trigger. It'll flash once for the semi-auto default. Pull the trigger 3 times, which is the 3-shot full auto. And it should flicker red, green, and orange really fast and go back to the green and orange flickering back and forth. Now, the flashing of the red, green, and orange really fast, what that is that's indicating that the board accepted the programming. So once it's accepted that programming, you can go ahead and push and hold your power button down to exit the programming menu. And then just go ahead and turn your grip back on like you normally would without holding the trigger this time. Should go to that solid green. And then from there we can test the trigger. And as you can see, we changed our firing mode from the factory default, which is semi-automatic, to the 3-shot fully automatic. And that's how you change the default firing mode on your TIPPMANN 98 Custom Platinum. In this video, we're going to show you how to change the rate of fire cap on your TIPPMANN 98 Custom Platinum series. We're first going to start off by pulling and holding our trigger down and turning our grip on. It'll go to a solid green. While you're holding the trigger, it should go to a solid red. And then from there, you're going to cycle through the programming menu. Your red is your dwell setting. Pull the trigger. It'll go to green, which is your debounce setting. Pull the trigger again. It'll go to a flashing green, which is your rate of fire. From there, once you're on your rate of fire mode selection, you can pull and hold the trigger down, and it will access the mode by turning off the light. Once the light's turned off, you can let go of the trigger. And then from there, it'll flash to what the current setting is on your board. In this case, it will flash 15 times, which is the factory default. During that flashing process, you can actually pull the trigger and program it for whatever you like. I'm going to set this one to 8. There's 8 trigger pulls. And once you have it pulled 8 times, it should flicker red, green, and orange really fast and go back to the flickering green or flashing green. Once it's accepted the programming, you can go ahead and turn off the board. That's how you exit your programming menu. And then from there, you can just turn it on and test your programming. In this case, you're going to want to turn it on without holding the trigger. We'll go to the green. We'll go ahead and test our rate of fire. And as you can see, I slowed that rate of fire down from the factory default, which was 15, all the way down to 8. And that is how you program your rate of fire cap on the TIPPMANN 98 Custom Platinum series.